There is one thing millions of women over 50 do at the mirror every morning that ages them 10 years, and they do it believing it helps. In 30 years doing makeup under Hollywood's most unforgiving lights, I learned 7 forgotten tricks that make mature skin look 15 years younger on camera and 5 mistakes that destroy everything. Mistake number 5 is the one nobody in the beauty industry will ever admit to you. So stay with me till the end. Number 7, the damp skin press. Every great makeup artist I ever shared a trailer with started the same way, and it had nothing to do with foundation. It was the prep. On set, we never applied foundation to dry skin, and we never applied it to skin slick with fresh moisturizer either. We pressed moisturizer into slightly damp skin with our palms, then waited 3 full minutes before a single drop of foundation touched that face. Damp skin drinks the moisturizer in, and pressing instead of rubbing means the product settles into the skin rather than sitting on top of it like a coat of paint. When foundation goes over skin prepped this way, it grips, it melts in, it stops finding every fine line on your face and moving in like an unwanted house guest. If your foundation looks cakey by noon, I would bet my best brushes the problem started at this step. Pat your face with a warm, damp cloth. Press in your moisturizer with your hands, count to 180, and then only then reach for your foundation. The difference in how it wears through the afternoon is honestly a little dramatic. And I say that as someone who enjoys a little drama. Number 6, cream before powder, always. Somewhere around 50, powder blush stops being your friend. It sits on top of the skin, it clings to any dry patch, and it emphasizes texture you did not even know you had. In the studio, we used cream blush on every mature actress, and we placed it high on the cheekbone, not on the apple of the cheek. Placement is the secret inside the secret. When you smile and dab blush on the roundest part of your cheek, that placement drags the whole face down the moment you stop smiling, because at our age, the apple of the cheek sits lower than it did at 30. Take a cream blush in a soft rose or warm peach, tap it along the top of the cheekbone, angled up toward the temple, and blend with your ring finger. The cream melts into the skin and gives you that lit from within flush instead of a dry stripe of color. On camera, this one move lifted a face 5 years. At your kitchen table in morning light, it does the same thing. Number 5, the under-eye lighting trick. The old studio artists understood something the beauty counters forgot. Under the eyes, less product reads as younger. More product reads as older, every single time. When a woman over 50 loads concealer under her eyes to cover darkness, that concealer creases within the hour, and creased concealer draws a spotlight straight to the very lines she was trying to hide. On set, we use the corrective lighting principle. You are not covering the under eye, you are brightening it. Take a lightweight concealer 1 shade lighter than your skin, and place a tiny amount only on the inner corner beside the nose and on the deepest part of the shadow. Press it in with your ring finger until it disappears. Leave the rest of the under eye almost bare. The brightness at the inner corner tricks the eye into reading the whole area as lifted and rested. I watched this trick take a tired actress from red-eye flight to radiant in 90 seconds. It will do the same for you before a family dinner. Number 4, powder the center, leave the glow. Setting powder is where I watch the whole routine fall apart, and it breaks my heart a little every time I see it. Powder belongs in exactly one place on a mature face, the center. Forehead, sides of the nose, chin. That is where shine actually breaks through, and that is where a light press of translucent powder with a velour puff keeps everything in place. The cheeks, the temples, the under eye area, those should stay luminous. Skin that reflects light looks young, skin that absorbs light looks flat, and flat skin photographs 10 years older, whether the camera is a Hollywood rig or your daughter's phone at a birthday party. So take your powder puff, press powder into the T-zone only, and roll the puff rather than swiping it. Rolling presses powder in without disturbing the foundation underneath, then put the powder away. The glow you leave behind on your cheekbones is doing more anti-aging work than any product in your drawer. Number 3. The brow and lash lift. Nobody talks about this one anymore, and it costs almost nothing. As we age, everything on the face drifts gently south, and the fastest way to fight gravity is at the eyes. 3 moves. First, brush your brows up and out with a clean spoolie and set them with a tinted brow gel. Lifted brows open the entire upper face. Second, curl your lashes. I know, you stopped curling your lashes in the 90s. Start again. Curled lashes lift the eye the way a good tailor lifts a jacket. Third, if you line at all, line only the upper lash line. tucked tight against the roots. On set, we called it tight lining, and it makes lashes look thicker without a harsh, visible line. Together, these three moves create an instant eye lift, and I have watched them read beautifully on faces from 45 to 80. It takes 4 minutes at your bathroom mirror, and it changes how every photograph of you looks from this day forward. Number 2, the mist and melt. This was the closing move in every trailer I ever worked in, and I still cannot believe it never went mainstream. After your makeup is done, hold a hydrating facial mist about a foot from your face and give it 2 light passes. Then wait 30 seconds and press your palms gently over your cheeks and forehead. The mist dissolves the powdery edges between your layers of product, and the press fuses foundation, concealer, blush, and powder into one single skin-like finish. Makeup artists call it melting the makeup, and it is the difference between a face that looks made up and a face that simply looks well. Without it, layers of product sit separately on the skin and every layer announces itself. With it, everything reads as your skin, only smoother. If you do nothing else from this list, do the damp skin press at the start and the mist and melt at the end. Those 2 bookends alone will change your face by Friday. And now number 1, the foundation itself. Because, darling, I can hand you every technique from 30 years of set work, and none of it will save you if the foundation in your hand was never made for your skin. The foundations crowding the beauty aisle are formulated for young skin, tested on young skin, and marketed to you anyway. That is why they settle into lines by lunch, why they oxidize into that orange tone by afternoon, and why the shade that matched at the counter looks like a mask in daylight. There is one foundation made for mature skin. It helps blur fine lines, smooths texture, looks natural rather than heavy, and it is almost impossible to oxidize because its color-changing technology adapts to your exact skin tone as you apply it. It goes on and adjusts to you, not the other way around. It works with mature skin instead of fighting it, which is why hundreds of women describe it the same way, your skin, but better. It is called Luxe, and it is the #1 best-selling foundation on Amazon right now. You can find it on Amazon by searching Luxe Foundation or by clicking the link in the description below this video. Results may vary, of course. Every face is its own beautiful story. And if you comment the word secret, I will send you one more step for mature skin that may help your makeup last 12 hours or more. Make sure you are subscribed because otherwise I cannot reach you. Now stay with me, because the hacks only work if you stop doing the damage. Here are the 5 mistakes, and number 5 is the one the industry hopes you never figure out. Mistake number 5, long-wear matte foundation. Nobody at a beauty counter will ever admit this because long-wear matte formulas are the best sellers in the building. Those foundations are designed to lock down and dry down, and on skin over 50, that dry down grabs every line and every patch of texture and holds on for dear life. Matte was invented for oily 25-year-old skin under nightclub lighting. On a mature face in daylight, it reads crepey, chalky, and hard. Every actress over 50 I ever worked with wore a luminous or satin finish on camera, without exception, because directors of photography begged for it. Light-reflecting skin is younger-looking skin. The industry sells you long-wear matte because it is their moneymaker, and then sells you a highlighter to fix the flatness the foundation created. You do not need both products. You need the right one. Mistake number 4. Dragging the product on. Watch a woman apply foundation, and you can guess her age by her wrist, not her face. Dragging and rubbing foundation across the skin does 2 ugly things. It pushes product into every line as the sponge or brush passes over, and over the years, all that tugging along the cheeks and under the eyes is genuinely unkind to skin that has earned gentler treatment. On set, we bounced and pressed, never wiped. Take a damp sponge or a dense brush and press the foundation into the skin in small bounces, working from the center of the face outward. Pressing lays the product over the line instead of into it. Same foundation, same face, completely different finish. It takes 60 seconds longer and it is worth every one of them. Mistake number 3, stacking concealer under the eyes. I said it in hack number 5, and I will say it again here because this mistake is stubborn. When concealer creases, the instinct is to add more concealer, and more concealer creases harder. So by 3 in the afternoon, there is a system of dry riverbeds under each eye. The fix is never more product. The fix is less product, warmed on the back of the hand first so it spreads thin, pressed in with the ring finger, and left alone. If darkness still shows through, a peachy color corrector underneath does more with one thin layer than concealer does with three. Under the eye, thin always wins. Write it on the mirror if you have to. Mistake number 2, ringing the eye in dark liner. Dark liner all the way around the eye, especially along the lower waterline, was gorgeous on us in 1985, and I have the photos to prove it. On a mature face, a full ring of black closes the eye down, makes it read smaller, and pulls the whole eye area into shadow, which is exactly where age lives. The same goes for a hard, dark lip liner drawn outside a fading lip. Harsh dark lines anywhere on a mature face act like a highlighter for time. Keep definition on the upper lash line where it lifts. Use a soft brown instead of black. And if you love a lower lash moment, smudge a whisper of taupe under the outer third only. The eye stays open, bright, and 15 years friendlier. And mistake number 1, the one from the very beginning. The thing millions of women do at the mirror every single morning, believing it helps, is powdering the entire face. Every inch, every morning, sometimes twice, because somewhere along the way, we were all taught that powder means polished. On mature skin, all-over powder is the fastest aging move there is. It settles into every line, it clings to every dry spot. It flattens the glow that makes skin look alive, and under the eyes it turns the softest skin on your face into parchment by mid-afternoon. The habit feels responsible, it feels finished, and it is quietly adding a decade at the exact moment you are trying to subtract 1. Powder the center of the face only, the way I showed you in hack number 4, and let the rest of your skin do what healthy skin does, catch the light. So there it is. 7 forgotten hacks from 30 years of Hollywood makeup trailers and 5 mistakes to leave behind forever. Start with the damp skin press tomorrow morning, finish with the mist and melt, and if you want the foundation that makes all of it easier, you can find Luxe on Amazon by searching Luxe Foundation, or just click the link in the description below this video. Comment the word secret for that extra step to make your makeup last 12 hours or more, and make sure you are subscribed so it actually reaches you. 30 years under the harshest lights in the world taught me one thing above everything else. Mature skin does not need covering. It needs understanding. Now go be gorgeous.